Welcome to the Beer Run, part of the BSnBEER family. The only Saints podcast with a two-drink minimum, screaming children in the back, and takes as bad as the cap nerds who said we couldn't sign anybody.
That's a
I'm the
joke,
California
boy.
Cajun.
You missed it. Went right past you. I say you gotta keep on your toes. Put toes at it.
I'm the California Cajun. I'm not used to having live audio effects. That's
Right.
with me as always is Lil Dice, the best partner, co-host, best that anyone could ever wish to have cursed upon them. And returning as our special guest, yes, he's back. The fog has lifted. The earth has shifted. It's raised the gifted. The Hollywood WHODAT Kyle's in the house.
AKA the
Oh.
best man. You forgot to throw that in there. You're talking about Dale best. I'm the best man. Let's not forget about this, okay?
To be fair, he is also my little brother, who is the best man at my wedding. So that is fair.
Still counts. Still counts.
The preferred right brother is in the house.
Oh,
Casey's here?
that's
Where is
absolutely me. No.
Casey's not on this show. Where is he?
I've never met this other right brother, so
Yeah, he probably definitely is the best one.
Yeah, he wins. It's fine.
But out of the BS and beer media rights, got to give it to myself.
This
Sorry.
guy has no appreciation for me dragging him kicking and screaming into this family. I swear.
So humble too.
Unbelievable.
all right. Well, I'm still trying to tweet out this live link here, and we got that all out the way. But it's the beer run, baby. We got 4 downs. Big news today. Craig is happy, and Kyle's also happy. So we're gonna be celebrating today. Or I am not gonna bring us down.
Liar!
So yeah, we're gonna be talking about some beer. We're gonna be talking about Derek Carr. We're also gonna bring up the question of Michael Thomas. Will he be back? And overall, the picture in the NFC. Where do the Saints rank? So referees, get out there and spot the ball. We've got a show to do.
First down, Saints.
All right. First down, you know what it is. What you drinking, bruh? What you got, Craig?
I am so glad you asked. I could not wait to talk about this beer. This is NOLA Brewing Company, the Hopatulus IPA Indian Pale Ale, brewed right down here in beautiful Louisiana. I had about 3 of these mowing the lawn on Sunday, and I just about fell off the damn thing. They're fantastic beers. You should probably eat before you drink 3 of them, just from personal experience. It's delicious. It's cold. It's refreshing. It looks good. But one thing we judge beers above most others on this show is how does it sound? Yeah. Yeah, it sounds pretty good too.
Okay. Nice and clean.
Oh, that's an excellent beer, my friends. I wish and hope that everyone can enjoy a delicious beer after hearing about your favorite team signing the quarterback that you wanted them to sign all along. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling on a good day. What are you drinking, Dale?
Today, my drink, I just went to the liquor store right before the show. Okay. And I found Day Drinker by Lost 40 Brewing Company. It's a blonde ale. So it's no fruit in this one. It's just I was actually in a rush, so I did not find the fruity beer.
Only got a better beer than usual. Nice.
I just got what I saw, okay? But I
Some
did.
people they work better under pressure. You get crunch time, 2-minute drill, and you just start hitting open guys. That's you. When you're on a crunch in the liquor store, you start grabbing the good stuff. I appreciate that.
No.
That's clutch. That's some Derek Carr fourth quarter shit.
Oh God! Already jinxing it. Already,
I did get a nice little small batch beer too, but we'll save that for another show. But yeah, it's Day Drinker. It was cold, so that's what I'm drinking today, and that's how it sounds. So, I will let you know how this beer is later on in the show. But Kyle, what do we have on your side?
Well, I mean, since we're live and everything, as you can see, my old pal Buddy Weiser and my partner Jimmy Beam, is that how it goes? Yeah, I'm drinking Jim and Coke, and it is delicious. I understand that this is the beer run. I know, I'm supposed to be drinking beer, but I just couldn't say no. My old buddy, my Jim, me and Jimmy. So
Your brother's going to judge you, so that's
You're
what you
you're
got.
quote you're trying to quote the George Thorogood song. That's what it is.
yes, and
He
you
says
of
he
all.
calls up his pal Jack Daniels and his partner Jimmy Beam. That's what he's talking about.
See, thank you.
I
You're
see where
supposed
you're
to
at.
step in and fix that. Come on, man.
No,
Come
I
on.
got I work in post. I fix the stuff in post production.
Okay, well, but you got what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you're drinking. That's cheers.
Shout out
Yep.
to Toby joining us live. Appreciate you.
What up, Toby?
Yes, sir. All right. So let's get over to second down, man. We got
Let's
to get into
go.
the
Second down.
show
Let's talk some quarterbacks. Let's
because
go.
we've got stuff to talk about. Very,
Man.
very important stuff. Let's go.
Second down.
All right. If you hadn't heard, Derek Carr is a Saint now. And apparently I hadn't heard because this little breakdown here that I have for Derek Carr is incorrect. It says what team would he play for, but it should say signs with the Saints. So
Done.
Right.
We
Done
write
deal.
these a little
Yeah.
too early. Yeah. This is good. Usually the news breaks about 5 minutes after we record.
Right,
So
yeah.
day of, that's pretty good for us. That's we're going the right direction here.
yeah, exactly. We're going the right way. But this is something that you were looking forward to all
Yes.
off season. Craig, talk to me.
Listen, Derek Carr is not the savior that's going to throw for 5,000 yards and win the MVP. But he is the best quarterback in the division. He is the best quarterback we have had since Drew Brees and probably before Drew Brees to, I don't know, Manning. And depends on how you feel about Aaron Brooks, I guess.
Uh-oh. Like Craig kind of froze up on me or dropped off a little bit. So
Craig's dying.
yeah, let's go to you, Kyle. What did you think here when you heard this news?
I mean, I love it. I love Derek Carr. I loved, being a fantasy podcaster like myself. The fantasy value he had in years past. He's putting up the numbers. He's done it. He's been there. He's proven he was the best free agent quarterback for sure, excluding maybe Aaron Rodgers. But it's a great sign. I don't know how we're going to make it work as far as money. And that's something you're seeing all over the place. Like, yeah, Saints have, they owe this much in cap room and they're spending all this money.
Yeah.
But we're in a win now, aren't we? Is this team a win now or are we? I mean, am I wrong to say we're not rebuilding? We need to fucking win right now. So,
Sure.
I don't know.
Some people on the show are going
I love it. I love Derek Carr. Welcome to the team. And yeah, no, there's not a single part of me that did not like this signing. So
Okay.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, nice
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Look,
Appreciate you
all
joining
right.
us again.
Look, we spent more than I was hoping to on him, but he's the best quarterback in the division. Best quarterback the Saints have had in a long time, and that isn't named Drew Brees. Puts you in a position to win. Had a bad year last year. He had a new coaching change last year. He's had 6 coaches in his 9 seasons calling plays in Las Vegas. That's in Oakland. That's a joke. There's no stability there. It's trash. Oh, he had a good receiver last year. Shut up. He's gonna have Olave and maybe Michael Thomas in a Saints uniform. He'll have a better offensive line. He'll have a better defense. There is no reason to say, well, he's not good enough to win you a Super Bowl. He doesn't have to be. He's not. He doesn't have to be Patrick Mahomes. You don't need to put everything on. Hey, or he has to be good enough to carry your team to the Super Bowl because he doesn't. He has to be good. You think the last Super Bowl that Tom Brady won was because Tom Brady was the best quarterback in the league that year?
no,
Fuck no. He had a great defense.
Absolutely.
He had a great team around him. It's exactly what we can offer this guy. There are holes. We need a running back. We need a defensive tackle. We need to stay healthy. But on paper, there's no reason we're not the clear favorite in the division. There's no reason we can't make a run and scare some people. I love it. I love the pick. I like Derek Carr as a dude. He's a good leader. He's a good guy. He shows some emotion. Man, I'm stoked on this. I'm excited about it. It's a good day, WHODAT Nation. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I cried a little bit in the shower. Yeah.
To be fair, he cries in most showers. It's because the water comes down. He can't tell. He doesn't know that he's crying. It makes him feel better. The big thing for me, and I think this is pretty telling for the whole issue. We can't just tank because we have too many pieces right now that we don't know that we can replace. So you don't have a great quarterback. We added a quarterback. Just whatever you think about Derek Carr. But you have the Demario Davis, you have the Cam Jordans, you have, I don't know how much he's going to play this year. We have Alvin Kamara, we have Ramczyk, and we have all these guys that you got to play with them now. The shelf life for cornerbacks is negligible. And we have one of the best cornerbacks the Saints have ever had, one of the best in the league, Marshall Lattimore.
Yep.
You don't want to waste his years just hoping that you're going to hit a couple of years from now and be better. Because, yeah, you might have a better quarterback a couple of years from now, but you're not going to have the same linebackers and ends and corners and O-line. And there's no guarantee that your rebuild works. How many of these teams just get stuck there? How often are Texans like they're always stuck because it doesn't always work. If you have a chance to win right now, Saints have a chance to
Kind of like a rebuild purgatory, if you will.
So I reached out to my buddy Marvin.
You don't have friends, Dale.
Listen, man. He's a Raiders fan. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I reached out to him. I was like, "Well, give us some words on Derek Carr, since you're a Raider fan. You've been with him for a while." But this is what he said about Derek Carr: very dependable, hardworking. He's a team leader, but can never get the job done when needed. This is what he said. So, what are you guys' thoughts about what the Raiders fan had to say about Carr?
Sounds like a bitter ex who's just mad that his girlfriend's dating somebody new. That's what he sounds like.
No, it's.
Look, Derek Carr has never had a defense ranked better than 20th. 20th. That's the best defense he's ever had. 20. There's 32 fucking teams, and 20 is the best he's ever had? Not 20 better than everybody else. 20. That's bad. That's a bad thing. We were 10th in scoring, 5th in yards last year. This defense is far and away the best one he's ever played with. That whole can't get it done when it counts. Yeah, it's hard to get it done when it counts when your team just gave up its 35th points in the fourth quarter and you got to make some miraculous drive just to pull it out of your ass. He's not going to have to do that with us. He has a chance to just manage a game a little bit and take some deep shots. He throws a great deep ball, and the only receivers we know will be on the team next year are both deep guys, Olave and Shaheed. The fit is perfect. I'm not saying that he's the perfect player or that he's going to be MVP. I'm not saying any of that. I remember way blowing Jameis Winston out of doing that again. I'm sorry, everybody. But from a fit standpoint, from the leadership, the calming presence for the offense, there's a whole write-up that Underhill did. And if you guys don't follow Nick Underhill, you should, because he knows more than we do, and he's way better looking than I am. He talks about how a lot of Carr's game is getting to the line and making changes and making adjustments and audibles here, adjustments there. And last year in his offense, they didn't let him do that. They took that entire thing out of his game completely and made him follow this really rigid structure, and he struggled. In the meetings with Pete Carmichael and the Saints ownership, they said, no, we're going to let you do that stuff. We're going to let you run the offense. You're going to be the guy. We're going to give you options, and we're going to see what works for you and what we can do. It's the perfect situation for him. It's the best situation we could have had this year outside of trading for Lamar Jackson, which would have just crippled us. I mean, this is expensive, but it's not going to ruin us for 5 years like Jackson would. Maybe 5 years, 10 years. Oof.
So the Saints are clearly still in YOLO mode.
No, it's win time. There's no rebuild. Rebuild is like purgatory to me.
See, this is what I'm tired of.
Scratching and clawing to win 8 games, and that's really not what we're looking for. Like with the pieces we have, how many years does Cam Jordan have left? How many? How long are we going to have these guys? There's just no doubt in my mind. It's win now. Like get it done. This was a great move for what we need to do right now. I actually have a text from one of my Raider fans, buddies. He said, laughing my ass off, good luck. And he said, enjoy the stand in the pocket for 2 minutes to throw into double coverage. He said maybe since it's with Dennis Allen, he might go back to the old Derek Carr, but we will see about that. So, bitter ex-girlfriend, sure, but, he's kind of got a point to where he was not that dude. He put up some numbers, but with such a shitty defense, he was constantly on the field. So, no wonder. Even Breeze had some of those years where he was just constantly on the field. He's he's got tons of opportunities. Then no shit, but I don't know. I think this is the perfect fit as far as the defense that we have right now. So we want a game manager, and this dude is a veteran. He's smart enough. So let's roll with it. Let's win. Let's win now.
No, I'm still mad at you. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm still
go
mad
ahead.
at you for this. Are we in YOLO mode? No, we're in trying to win. It's trying to win football games mode.
Yeah.
Everyone should be in try to win football games mode. Because your options are go YOLO and try to win games, or tank, try to lose games in the hopes you can then try to win games later. You understand how backwards and dumb that sounds? You win when you have a chance to. You don't know that you're going to have this chance again. What if we break it down and rebuild, and the NFC South turns into the AFC West, where everyone's got this elite quarterback and you're just trying to chisel your way back up? It doesn't matter that you have a better roster. You're going to lose everything anyway because everyone else is built up around you. You win when you have a chance to. Right now we get a chance to. I don't understand the logic of, well, don't try to win now. Try to win later because, we might be better later than we are now. Yeah, we might be. We might be worse too. We might be 4-13 for year after year because we're the Saints and we did that for a couple decades. You're never going to convince me that it's better to mortgage your hopes and your dreams 2 years down the road and just hope you're better then.
Well, I think the thought is it's not that you don't want to win right now. It's we've put together a team. We've tried YOLO for a few years now, and we've had competitive seasons, but I don't think we were, in it for a Super Bowl.
Well, Dale, he's got a point.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at the other three teams in your division.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because fuck all that. If you make the playoffs, you're in it, and you're there. You're hosting a playoff game. That's all you're playing for, to host a playoff game. And if you're looking at the other three teams, like, wow, didn't the Falcons just drop Mariota? So literally, all three of those teams, their quarterbacks are just, I don't want to say trash, but I want to say something worse than trash. It's hot garbage. It's terrible, awful, horrible. Just there's not another quarterback in the entire NFC South.
Yeah, you got the best quarterback situation for sure. Yes,
Yeah.
Now you do. Absolutely.
I just feel like the NFL is just moving more and more towards you got to have somebody that can manage a game, that can sling it when you need them to, somebody who's smart enough to carry a team. You have to have the defense to play with them, but you could have a really, really good team if you have someone who's managing a game according to his defense. Shit, that's 10 games easy,
Yeah. So once we fix the cap situation and obtain other players and everything that we need to do in order to be competitive this year, my problem with this method is next season you're going to be in the same predicament. You got to find this cap room, make moves to get back compliant and everything like that. I just don't see that as good team building, and that's really my only problem with it.
So you want good team building so you can build a team, right?
I like to have a team next year too.
You want some team building exercises or something?
Yeah,
You
hold on. No. You want to build a team, right? Why do you want to build a team? So we can win games, right?
Absolutely.
So you want to build a team to win games instead of winning games.
That makes absolutely no sense.
That's how crazy you sound.
What you just said, it made no sense.
That's what you're saying. You're saying I don't want to go YOLO. I don't want to go all in. I want to. I'm going to try to win in a couple years.
The thought
try
of
to
YOLO,
win now. Always.
The thought
try
of
to
YOLO
win now.
is you're only winning. You're only building a team for this year only. You're not looking past the upcoming year. That's all you're doing.
Well, I mean, didn't we sign him for multiple years though? We're not.
Absolutely.
We're We're not doing a 1-year deal.
What a silly thing to say, Dale. It's a 4-year contract, Dale.
So this
has nothing to do with his. Well, I'm sorry. It does have a lot to do with his contract. Money's going to be old next year.
This is not
the cap next year. Yeah, that's what it mostly has to do with. Cap
it's not YOLO. It's more like you only live 4 times. Maybe is that better? Like, I mean, it's not one time. Like we're gonna try this. The next 2-3 years minimum, and he's gonna be the dude. God praying he stays healthy, but like, what do you mean college? Like
basketball teams in college, they build year to year. It's a whole new team every year.
Yeah, because a lot of people are one and done. I get what you're saying.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is what this is like. You have to just totally start over next year after the season's done. So let's go.
So what we should do is go with 3-14 and then just hope it gets better. Good call. Let's do it.
Craig will literally not make it for another one of those seasons. No, he struggles with us winning 7-8 games. I'm sorry, we won 9 the year before. We won 7 last year. So
the great Vin Scully said it best: is that losing is worse than winning feels good. I don't like losing. I don't like doing it. I don't want to do it for 2 years in the hopes that we do it less in the future. I want to win now. I always want to win now.
Yeah, I don't want you to love to win. I want you to hate to lose.
Okay.
Hate to lose.
There we go. All right, let's get to our next down here.
Third down for what?
Will Mike Thomas be back in the black and gold? That is the question. And
I mean, if you got a Twitter account, it seems like it, right? Anyone who's on Twitter are thinking, oh, yeah, he's back. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, exactly. That's what I wanted to talk about is Michael Thomas's Twitter. So let me get over to this screen here. I saw on his Twitter where he retweeted, the NFL saying, hey, Saints got their guy and Derek Carr. He also tweeted himself, thank you, Jesus, with the prayer hands. And he retweeted, Derek Carr got signed a 4-year deal, that kind of thing. And I mean, he's all in, seems like, on Twitter. So will he be all in black and gold next year under a new deal and playing for the Saints?
Okay, first off, don't those pictures just like make you like feel something? Don't you guys get like a little tingle? Something? I had somebody explain it. Said, yeah, you get a little tingle in your balls. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from those pictures.
Kyle, there are loose wires under your desk. That's you're electrocuting your balls, Kyle. That's not Derek Carr.
No, it is. Wires. It is because when Dale just screen shared right there,
Kyle saw my screen share. Craig, you suck.
Yeah, I saw it too, jackass. I'm right here. Calm down.
So my question is, what else could Michael Thomas possibly be talking about? How else can you interpret that?
Right.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
How else can anybody? Can you please help me?
Anything else? It's a massive coincidence. It's just. There's, and with how cagey and smart Michael Thomas is with his social media, he's always taking shots at people. He's always being cryptic about one thing and making a reference to something else. It wasn't an accident. He didn't just have a nice prayer session with his Bible group and decided he was going to tweet that. I mean,
Sunday was yesterday. Today's Monday.
No, I like it. I just don't think. But God, I wish we could. He's my favorite player on the Saints. And I'm an offensive lineman. I usually hate receivers, but I love how he plays the game. He's a monster, and he's been a Hall of Fame career put on hold because of injuries. It just sucks. It's just a bummer, And to think that he might have the motivation to make it work, to get a prove it deal, something incentive laden, get in the door. Man, we are a possession receiver away from that offense being really scary. And the best possession receiver in the NFL is Michael Thomas when he's healthy. So if Michael Thomas can be healthy and play.
I think the Mike Thomas deal could be easy to really do. He would just have to be willing to take it. And that's really just making it incentives. All the guarantees you were going to get, it's all incentives now. And so that way it doesn't show up on the cap
Right.
And then if he does achieve them, he still gets his money. And then we have to fix it on next year's cap. But, fine. That's what we're doing now.
Yep.
So
Cross that
let's
bridge
just
when we
do it
get
that way.
there. Yep.
God, I hope we can make it happen. I don't think it happens. Personally, I don't know if it's pessimism or
It
what.
is.
I don't think it happens.
It's pessimism. It's pessimistic.
It is.
It is in your blood. It's in your nature.
Shut up, Kai.
I know. I know. I got a question. How much? What's the difference between a Michael Thomas and a Devontae Adams? Last year, Derek Carr's best wideout was Devontae. There's no question to that. What's the gap between Michael Thomas and Devontae Adams? Is Michael
They're different kinds
Thomas?
of players.
So there's the slant god, and then there's the route runner, the deep runner. He's got
deeper guy. Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at. We're looking at somebody who's just going to be, you get what you get. I mean, I've seen it live to where Michael Thomas is taking 72-yard bombs to the house. I mean, is he past his deep ball prime? Is he still able to be what Devontae Adams was last year? I guess is what I'm asking. Because Devontae Adams did have a huge year last year. They were on, some kind of, they had their little chemistry that they had from Fresno State and everything. So, right. I don't know what's the gap is.
Well, but I don't think he needs to be Devontae Adams to succeed in this offense. I mean, we have Chris Olave who's going to take those deep routes, and the other side of the field we have Rashid Shaheed, who again can absolutely fly down the field. If you want deep shots, you don't need Michael Thomas to do that. You don't need Michael Thomas to get out there and devour 30, 35, 36, 33. He's the best in the world with that. If you have that kind of guy who's going across the middle, taking your out routes, and just snatching the ball away from defenders, and also you got two speed guys 30 yards downfield that you have to pull safeties over to, that makes your offense completely more dangerous. Absolutely changes the outlook.
Point. It's just, we also want to have, Devontae Adams, he's that guy no matter who else is lining up to run routes, God forbid somebody goes down. We don't have Rashid Shaheed. We don't have Chris Olave, these two speedsters. How are we going to press the ball downfield? You can't always count on just these rookies to pop up, undrafted, free agents that we just sign. Where did he even come from last year? You can't count on that. I would like to see Michael Thomas actually be able to be that every down guy where he's, whatever route you need, he's running it, and he's open. He's getting open for this guy. I don't know if he's there anymore. We need to see more from him before we can really count on him.
Would you feel comfortable relying on Mike Thomas to be that possession receiver guy?
I mean, was he ever really that guy? I mean, with Drew Brees in that offense, I would like to think so. I don't know that he was really. I think it was more the connection with him and Drew Brees. I'm not sure that he's, one of those top 5 wideouts anymore. And the more and more I think about it, I'm not sure he ever was. Just the way he ran his routes, the way he got his receptions, his catches. I mean, even last year, the first game where he had his 2 touchdowns, what were they? Just little back shoulder 5-yard routes. He's not. I'm just worried that he's not who he used to be. He can't be that guy for us anymore. Hope and pray that everybody stays healthy, because with those 2 speedsters, that could be deadly. That little trio with Olave, Shaheed, and Michael Thomas, that's deadly for sure. Absolutely. There's no question.
But that's the point, is that Olave is your number 1 receiver now. He showed enough his rookie year that I think you have to treat him as your number 1 receiver. You don't need Michael Thomas to be 2019 Michael Thomas. You need him to be a possession guy. That's all you need him to be. He's probably more than that if he's healthy. I disagree with you on a couple of those points. I think that he was absolutely a top 5 receiver. You don't set an NFL record and be the offensive player of the year by accident just because you have a good connection with the quarterback. It's more, you have to be an elite player to do that, period, in my opinion. So even if he's fallen off a bit and all he does is collect third and 5s and he gets you first downs and he moves the chain and he catches back shoulder touchdowns, which if they were easy, everyone would fucking do them, by the way. Yeah, I mean, that's all you need him to be. And if he collects, 8 touchdowns and 600 yards, that's a fantastic season for your possession receiver. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But so you're comfortable with him? Like you're totally confident with Mike Thomas
No, I'm not.
being
Of
your
course I'm not.
possession guy?
But as a possession guy, those are easier to find. If he blows his something, knee, ankle, foot, whatever, in week 3, you can make that work. You can find another possession receiver. You can trade a 4th round pick for a guy. You can pick somebody after the scrap heap that can just catch short downs. The thing about Michael Thomas is that he can be so much more than that. So yeah, no, I'm not putting all my eggs in his basket, but you don't have to because you still have Olave. You still have these other weapons. I'm not banking on Michael Thomas saving our offense. I'm just hoping that he can stay healthy, be back on the team, and make a real contribution. That's what it is. It's hope more than anything. I'm not counting on anything.
Okay.
That's fair.
I mean, you got to go into the season with, a roster. So I'm trying to figure out, do we go and make a move for rookie or another vet at this other receiver spot in case Mike Thomas doesn't work out? I mean, that's really what I'm trying to.
I wouldn't mind drafting a receiver just to see if he makes the team. Let him fight it out. 4th, 5th round guy, a big-bodied receiver. Just give someone to fight with. If it's up to me, I sign Michael Thomas. I make it work financially because if I'm in this scenario that I have Kai Harley and he can do all the magic for me and I don't care. Get Michael Thomas, still draft a young receiver because you don't know what you're getting with him coming off another injury. And let them duke it out. Make him earn his spot, Like you're obviously going to want Michael Thomas to win that because he's the one you're investing the money in. But, if you sign a rookie and he just flashes and he makes the team, that's not a bad thing. Having good players is never a bad thing. So yeah, double up on it. I don't care. Fuck it. Draft two running backs too. A couple tight ends. I don't care.
I think if you spend $100 million, $150 million on your quarterback, I think every single draft pick you fucking have needs to go to protecting him, whether it's a fucking center guard, a tackle, or even a good blocking tight end. I think all of those. I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep Juwan Johnson, so there's that whole drama. I could definitely see us drafting a good blocking tight end to where we have somebody, who can chip, who can do whatever he needs to give Derek Carr some goddamn time,
Everybody cool with that? The giant tight end from Georgia.
Yeah.
If we go giant tight end from Georgia at 29, everyone's cool with that.
Oh my God, I'll have another one of those where I cry in the shower. Yeah.
I've always been saying I want SEC players, so I'm good with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't name which LSU tight end is in the draft this year, so I don't know which one you want specifically.
Yeah, it's no guy this year. Nah. All right, let's get to the next one.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And here on 4th down, we want to discuss where do the Saints rank in the NFC? Because I kept hearing from you guys, Derek Carr should pick the Saints because we win now. Our team is ready for this. So let's compare them to the other teams in the NFC. I know we talked about winning our division, sure, and that's great. That's always the first step. But we'll have to get past some of these other teams in the NFC. And I pulled up the odds. This is before the trade, of course. And this is the odds for the NFC Championship, where San Francisco is the top, and then followed by the Eagles and the Cowboys. So if the Saints don't fit in right, at least underneath there, we got problems. In my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like the Lions, it's a little too high. Green Bay, obviously, that is all pending. It is. We are waiting to see what that dude, Aaron Rodgers, freaking weirdo, what he, determined what he came up with while he was sitting in solitary for 3 days in a cabin. We're all waiting to see what came out of that, if anything. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
ready to rant about Aaron Rodgers. I swear
I
to
feel
God.
like the top 3 teams. That's definitely what I had. I feel like the Vikings could have been maybe the 4th team up there. So yeah, that looks pretty good to me. I feel like the Giants. A lot could happen with them as well. With the whole Daniel Jones saga, there's Saquon. He's not for sure going to be there next year. You don't. There's a lot of question marks. I don't see them coming back and being, the team they were last year. L.A. Rams. Correct me if I'm wrong, but what the hell are they up there for?
I mean, Stafford is coming back.
I
right?
don't.
Okay.
Stafford and
They're in
Cup.
cap hell.
I get that.
His deal with the devil was for that one Super Bowl. He is done.
Yeah, I mean
He sold his soul to soulless Hollywood, and he is done.
Yeah. I guess the only team that I'm not seeing up here, Carolina can just GTFO.
Thank you.
They're not even on my list. I have in the section labeled ass.
Off the low.
All 3 NFC South teams that are with us, they're not even on my radar currently.
Right.
They'd have to do a lot to impress me, to put me up, to put them in.
What about a team
discussion.
like the Giants and the Vikings? Like, assuming Daniel Jones goes back to the Giants, they just came from the playoffs.
Giants are solid, right? I mean, they're not bad.
I just I don't see them. The team that they built, is it one of those teams where it's built for success for multiple seasons, or did they just have one of those seasons where
I don't think they went YOLO.
They started the season 5-1, 6-1. They won a bunch of freaking games early on. They should not have won. So I'm not sold. I don't see the Giants being back. Vikings, yeah, especially with the NFC North being what it is.
Right.
Well,
I don't
see,
see
I
anybody
disagree with you
challenging
on
them.
this one too. Is that I think the Lions are going to be very good this year. I think they're trending in the right direction, and I think I would maybe flop Dallas and Minnesota because I think Minnesota's better than a lot of other folks do. I know they won a lot of close games, but I mean they got a lot of big names that they should win some football games. I think the Lions will be good. Why are the Seahawks so low on this list? Weren't they a playoff team last year?
That's the only team
Yeah.
I'm not seeing.
Maybe,
But this was
because
before
Geno
they.
Smith had signed
Yeah.
today.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was before
yeah.
that resigning. Yes. Mhm.
So I think Seahawks are higher. Giants are right there. To answer the question of this prompt, I don't think that the Rams, Panthers, Giants, Packers, maybe the Cowboys are better than the Saints right now, but it's in a conversation. The Saints are all right. Look at this. We're looking at a home playoff game, unless something crazy happens with the division. I don't see a reason that we can't be in that top 5, top 6 NFC conversation. Absolutely not. I mean, I think it's San Francisco. I think it's Philadelphia. And then I think it's everyone else. Those 2 teams are stacked and loaded at a lot of positions. Philadelphia's got a lot of people coming up for free agency right now. They might not be the same team next year. They lost both coordinators, and they have, I think, 10 guys that were starters that are free agents right now. So they have some work to do to beat the Eagles again. San Francisco's gonna be really good. San Francisco's gonna be good for a little while. They're built up from their O line up. Their front 7 is really good. Frisco will be a problem for a while. Philly probably, assuming Hurts and that offense keep intact mostly.
The coach, he was an offensive guy, right? So I assume the offense is going to be, as advertised, but the defense.
I mean, maybe, but they still lose a coordinator though. That's still
yeah, they
something.
lost both coordinators for sure. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, yeah, it's a bigger question mark, is what I'm saying. So, I mean, to me, I don't think that you can convince me that the Vikings are far and away better than the Saints roster right now. You can't convince me that the Lions or the Cowboys are far and away better. They might be. I mean, there's an argument to be made, but you can't just say, well, just cut, dry, clean. The Saints are definitely not as good as these 4 or 5 teams, because I don't think that's true. Because health is a big part of it. But the Saints do have a lot of really good players at really important positions, including the offensive line, including the front 7. There's a lot of reason to be like, why can't we do this? Why can't we take the NFC?
I mean, isn't it important to at least be in this top 4 in the NFC?
I mean, sure, you want to be, but I don't know that we aren't.
I really do think San Francisco and Dallas. Craig, I kind of disagree. Dallas, I think, is still probably better. They still have more playmakers and more a better core. And then Philly. I mean, anytime you go to a Super Bowl, win or lose, the following season is just like it's you know.
Yeah.
These guys were just on the biggest stage in the whole, and they're gonna get some money. They're gonna go other places. You're not gonna be that same team. So I'm not sure Philly gets back, but I mean, Saints looking like a top 4 at least. I'm thinking there's not another team with Detroit being kind of, they could be really good, or they could just be the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, they could be the Lions.
they could be the Detroit Lions. Seattle, even with the signing of Geno Smith, those rookies were damn good. Right. That Woolen on defense, the cornerback, and then Kenneth Walker, who I've said many times, Tim and Dale, they were right and I was wrong. I was not familiar with this dude, but he came out and he balled out. So they absolutely got that one. I'm not sure that there's really any other teams I want to put in front. There's a list of sleepers that could be. I mean, with Arizona having Kyler Murray, that's one thing you can always kind of look at. Kyler Murray's been a winner. He's had some good teams in the past. I don't see anybody else really that could make a run and challenge for the those top 3 or 4 teams in the NFC. So I'm saying the Saints are up there as of right now with signing Derek Carr, with the defense that they still have. I think it's pretty cut and clean. So
teams go on runs all the time. It could be us for once. Right, guys?
I just want to get there. I you know what? If we lose the Super Bowl, we lose the Super Bowl. But we get there.
I couldn't imagine the pain.
And we have that week off where we're like, you know what, man? It's anybody's game. Let's just go. Let's play it. And there's still that little hope in your like, yeah, this is gonna be us. This is gonna be us. Until we got to the Super Bowl. Whatever may happen. I want that. I want to get back.
Yeah.
Hopefully Derek Carr is that dude. Hopefully our team stays healthy. I feel like every single year. Maybe it's just because we are diehard fans, but I swear to God, it's like we got an injury bug every goddamn season.
It's the nutrition. We're doing something wrong in the building. You saw that report where we got ranked 32nd in food and nutrition.
Right. Yeah. What is that? Just like because we have all this Southern cooking, or like a.
I mean, we're not the only team in the South that's gonna have good food. I mean, we're gonna have the best food, but we might not be the only ones.
I just don't get what that was all about. Like all the other things we were like great on, like team travel, like taking care of your family. It's like, what the hell happened there?
I mean, I wonder if it's more detailed in the NFLPA's report that players can see when they're making their decisions on which team to go to. Because that's all I really see it for. Is help with recruiting. So
I guess so. Yeah, it's weird.
All right.
Look at this way. Unless one more final shot to this. Mm-hmm. Unless Lamar Jackson goes to Atlanta, or unless the Panthers move up and get like a C.J. Stroud or somebody this year, I don't know. If the Saints don't win the division, it's a disappointment.
Oh, if they don't win the division,
they should absolutely be the favorites to win the division, right? And if they don't win the division, something was bad and people need to be fired. Humbly. Did I freeze? Did you guys freeze?
March 6th. So, I mean, we have to take that into account. Like, first game's not going to be till September. This is literally 6 months ahead of time. So much can happen in 6 months.
Absolutely.
Oh God, why would you even bring up Lamar Jackson going to Atlanta? Why even put that in the universe? I don't want to hear. I don't. I don't want to hear it. No, guys. No, we're not going to talk about it.
Look, and I wouldn't be worried about it because we beat Michael Vick so often back in the day. But right now, the Saints cannot stop running quarterbacks. We would get absolutely massacred by Atlanta, and that would be awful and terrible, and I hope it doesn't happen.
Yep, you better retool that defensive end position. More Davenports.
Well, we got to do it anyway. We don't have to do defensive ends. We're out of them.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here on the Beer Run. Craig, go ahead and take us on home.
You leave me with all the fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
We know you have a choice in podcasts. We're amazed you chose this one yet again, or even that you listened to this long. For my brother and good friend Kyle, for Dave's loud ass truck and the whole BSnBEER family, except for B Train, I'm still mad at you. Have a beer. It's on me.
Who that?
Remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook at BSnBEER Media. Or if you're old and want to write a strongly written letter, email us bsnbeer@icloud.com.